All right, early fall doldrums continue for us here. Pretty quiet weather for this time of year. High temperature today in Flagstaff, 69 degrees, 5 degrees above the average of 64 for this time of year. Relatively typical type early season weather. Pretty cool morning out there at 29 degrees. Other high temperatures across the region today, 80 degrees Prescott, 82 Sedona, 80 in Payson, 84 Winslow. It's 98 still here on October 11th. Down in Phoenix, Arizona. All right, a little bit breezy out there this afternoon. I switch it over to the water vapor type satellite imagery because it shows this area of low pressure moving into the Pacific Northwest the best. A weak storm system at that. Here we are in Arizona, a little cloud streaming in out ahead of it. But this storm system, as it makes its way through the west, not only today, but over the next couple days, we're going to continue with breezy afternoons, breezy to locally windy. I don't know, I get a lot of complaints like you said it was windy, it was only breezy, you said it was breezy, it was windy. They're really, there's a fine line right there, and we're right at it, right at that breezy, windy, fine line. Out there, some winds gusting up around 30, 35 miles per hour today. This thing's coming nowhere near us, kind of just slowly tracking across the western United States. Also a big problem with the wind in California with this storm system. As if I switch it over to the western region, National Weather Service watches and warnings all due to this storm. Notice here in California, the pink all the way through northern California into the Bay Area and even south into central California. This is a red flag warning. We're used to them. They're big time into their fire season out there right now. We're going to switch and talk about that for just a second as well. Up here in eastern Oregon and up into northern Idaho, seeing a little snow with this system. All right, but totally different story down in California. Devastating wildfires. Maybe you've probably heard about all these fires up around Napa and Sonoma County, and I pulled it up on the satellite because the smoke is being seen from space. If you notice all these areas, there's about 8 wildfires burning in here, and they have pretty strong winds out of the northeast, and it's blowing it all down towards the North Bay and into the San Francisco area. I was out there over the last several days in San Francisco, and the smoke was quite thick. And if I go back one, we can also talk about this gray area into the Central Valley of California, where it's an air quality alert with particles in the air and some pretty dangerous smoke moving its way down into there. So things are a mess out in California. Most devastating wildfires in history, it's being called out there, particularly with all the property damage and loss of life. Okay, as you look at that map, there's nothing really in the colors for us here in Arizona from the National Weather Service. It's just going to be breezy, and it's going to remain very mild around here through the coming days. All right, currently outside, this was a half hour ago or so up at Arizona Snow Bowl. You can see some of the colors we were just talking about. 63 degrees outside right now at Pulliam Airport. Overnight tonight, the wind will diminish. Clear skies, forecasting 36 by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, just a couple degrees less warm than today at 67. That breezy to windy, kind of we're on the fence with that one. And here's a look at tomorrow across the state. Very similar to today. 82 Sedona, Prescott 77, 81 in Winslow. All right, we get towards the weekend. These next couple days are our breezy days here during the week. We get to the weekend, we kind of get out of the breeze. Temperatures remain to hover just a bit above average for this time of year. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the weathercast there, just really quiet, kind of boring weather for this time, at least for, you know, a weathercaster. Boring.
I just got back from vacation and my front lawn is full of leaves, so I know what I'll be doing this weekend.
You know,
so.
Those October vacations are always like that. You go and you leave, you come back, you're like,
yeah.
wow, it might be fall, but the temperature's not feeling too
No,
fall
it
yet.
feels nice out.
Yeah.
It feels good.